couple of them we're going to share right
on there.
Is there shelving along these walls?
Yes, and there's, these will be the tables that you got down there now. The sheriff has a scanner around here. He has a secretary here which will look at the monitor here and tell the people that are coming in and out what's going on in the courtrooms, where to go. She also has a function of taking care of two deputies, and if they have to restrain somebody, they bring him to one of these.
I pointed out downstairs that we have the drop screen in the grand jury room. We'll have the same in here. I want to say it's straight across from the jury box. The judge will have her own, his own control panel and TV screen up there. The jury should be able to see what they need to see on the projector screen.
So the other
That area.
similar, same as this.
Yeah, identical. It's straight through those doors. Right, straight through those doors right there. In between these is be secure access. There's more holding cells, detention areas in this area.
Where the rest of this is relative to the
Public,
public are out.
all the public are on the north side of the building. I'll show you on the map.
Yeah.
That would be enough area for girl four is a vending area.
So Judge Gibson was consulted on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then each one of these rooms will have shelving down. Not even in that crazy.
Oh, okay.
It would have been nice, you know, just where you could look and see what shelving is in each room.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, then
These are all,
that would work.
yeah. Magistrate has this room over here. It's a fairly good size room. Again, he'll have, he and his staff will have shelving in each room.
Okay.
We're not contract.
Well, the one thing about this building here, the architect,
She's like this.
to give you all a quick review, we were going to lose, if we hadn't even built a courthouse, we were going to lose 8 parking places. That was going to happen because under state law, you can no longer build up parking beside the courthouse. So you were going to lose them anyway. So with all this being done, everything that's been finished, that y'all don't have any parking places we're actually losing, hey, not even counting that over there, we are still losing that parking place. We have realigned, readjusted everything, so we're still losing 8 parking places. We can't help it.
That's just around.
That's just around this area here. Now we're gaining 130 over there. Granted, it's going to be, but we're looking at a system kind of like we use over the hospital to get some couple of retirees to drive the golf cart or whatever from one end to the other. But in all reality, day-to-day operations shouldn't be an issue here because we're just losing 8 parking places.
So everybody that comes to the courthouse and parks there has to come across the railroad tracks?
Not necessarily. You still got downtown parking. You still got parking around the outside perimeter on the streets. You've got parking all through here. Now, there's a city maker. We don't have any control of that. Look at the city.
I didn't know. I just didn't know.
Right now, there's not. Now, whether the city changes their policy in the future, I don't know.
Is there money in the budget to allow people to run those golf carts?
Well, there will be money in the budget. I mean, we're just looking at a part-time employee just doing it during jury time.
So it won't be a full-time thing, it'll just be during court day?
That's correct. And the reason for that is we want to try to keep as many parking places open down. We don't want, back before we started the project, anytime they had jury here, they filled up every parking place in town. So pretty well shut the businesses down for that time. That's been going on for 40 years. The object here is now, if you want to have jury parking, let's try to get them off-site or something to shut them in here. And that way it leaves all your downtown businesses open for not shutting them down for RV park out front.
Yeah, because if I was just going to come up here, let's say I want to go to the drugstore. I'm not in the courthouse, but I want to go to the drugstore. But I ain't going to come to the drugstore because there's so much, there's no room.
That's the issue that they've had the last 40 years. Henceforth, that's why we're doing this here, go along with the courthouse that we've got here. I mean, that's the only thing I know what to do.
Is there any future to maybe build a parking deck or something?
We looked at building parking decks. The problem you got, to build a regular parking lot, it costs you approximately $10,000 a space. That's the time we buy the property, do the asphalt, and lay it out. To build a parking deck, you times that times 10. So we're talking about $100,000 for every parking space. Now, when you come to that type of scenario, that's why a lot of, even in Atlanta, that's why they charge you to park in the parking deck, to pay for that cost. One day.
What's the timeline we're looking at? When are we going to start moving in?
Well, what we're looking at now, if I may, Thurman, April 5th, we got the state fire marshal coming Tuesday. If we can get a temporary CO from him, then April 15th, we're going to be looking at moving into the 3 bottom floors. This will be the only floor left to finish up, so we can go ahead and get the partial already in there, because we got to get that building tore down to get that parking lot finished right there. That's going to be an enclosed parking lot right there, gated for the judges, or clerks, or whatever they are, whatever they work out. But we got to get that building out of the way, and there's just so many days to get that building down, to get that parking lot finished.
So it'll be a phased inspection. When he comes on Tuesday, he'll be looking at all the things above the ceilings and making sure everything's up to fire code and according to plan and things like that. And then he'll release us to start installing the ceiling tile and covering everything up. And then he'll come back again to issue his temporary certificate of occupancy.
And that's one reason why you're not seeing ceiling tile in, because fire marshal has got to look up there as soon as he approves it, and that ceiling tile can start being set.
So you expect that certification by maybe
We can set that by mid-April.
Okay, that's when, okay, well, as long as he gets the good grade,
right.
people start moving in.
That's right, it's next step. As soon as people get out of that annex, that's what
So completion date on phase 1 right now is?
April, end of April, early May, depending on what we can get. Like I said, it'll be a phased certificate of occupancy. So what we're hoping, and we've already discussed with him, is that he'll let us move the clerk of court in, and everybody that needs to get in and out of that building, so that we can progress there. Level 2 here, weather, everybody sees it's been raining every day for the last 4 months. So weather held us up a little bit in the completion of level 2, which these big concrete floors we were able to keep going down below, but this was held up just a little bit. So we may slip just a little bit into May with the TCO